Alright guys, what's going on? So I had the battery charging. Today is a much nicer day. As you can see, the sun is actually out. I've had the battery charging, went ahead and put it in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it connected. I want to get this bad boy started. I'm not going to tighten these down just yet. In the description it said it started no problem, so even the tow truck driver told me the same thing. Alright guys, we got the battery in there. We're gonna give this a shot. Remember, the shifter is stuck. It won't go into reverse or park. You can shift in the other gears except those two. So there it is. And it starts just like the description said at the auction. It starts no problem. It does need some oil, like I said earlier. Probably need some water too. There's a couple of hoses that are cracked. I'm not going to run it for too long, but the motor sounds pretty good. Looks like the windows work. No problem there. The switch might be a little loose. I don't want to lower it too much in case these are busted. Looks like it's running no problem though. Steering wheel needs some work, of course. Radio. Radio's good. See if the AC works. I think it does. Oh yeah. So everything's working. So the biggest problem that we have is that this thing will not go into park. And I've read a couple of things on the forums. I started to take this apart. It's really not that hard. You pop this little cover off, which I've got here to the side. When you step on the brake, you should hear the solenoid, something make a noise that allows this to go into reverse. But it is jammed. I don't want to force it and break anything else. It does go into drive. And you can see it. It actually moves forward, no problem. So I just got to figure out if it's a blown fuse, if it's something broken with the mechanism down here, and try to figure out exactly why this thing won't go into reverse or park, which could be part of the mechanical problem description that they had. I'm not entirely sure. But everything works electronically wise. It does have a lot of miles. Wheels work, power steering works, no problems there. Cruise turns on. So anyways, we'll take a look, see if it's a couple of blown fuses. They're actually in the engine bay, so I'm going to go out there and take a look, turn this car off so I'm not running it anymore. There we go. Alright, so we are out here trying to see what is going on here. So it looks like I need, does this pop right off or do I need, it should be popping right off, open right here. There we go. So I just need to pull these fuses and see if one of these might be the reason why it's not shifting in. The other one, it could be, I know down here you can see the mechanism. It's really dark, but down there from the videos that I watched is where you see the transmission go in and out of gear. When I looked, this is the hose that needs replacing, so I need to go buy a replacement for that. All the coolant leaking there, but it does have coolant, it does have a little bit of oil. So I'm going to check the fuses real quick. Looks like I have some spare ones in there, and try to figure out which one's the one that activates that solenoid. Could be the solenoid's bad, so we'll take a look. Alright guys, I checked all of the fuses and they all appear to be okay. So I went ahead and ran the scan tool, the OBD2 scan tool, and we've got a couple of, and when I say a couple I mean like 13 of these. So fuel, air, metering, and I'm just going to go through a couple of these. I probably speed through them. Alright, let's see. Bank 1. This is for the O2. Speed sensors. I'll have to look what some of these are because I'm not familiar with some of these. Okay. Alright guys, I've been fiddling with this for quite some time now, and I still can't get it to go into reverse or park. It goes through all the other gears, no problem. It's running okay, as you can hear it. AC works, electronics work. Battery's okay. That was the crappy battery that was in there. I charged it overnight, seems to be working okay. I just gotta figure out why it won't go into reverse or park. I did figure out how to finally get my key out of there, which was a problem. Leaving the key in there is obviously not good. Not that the car's going to get very far, but the key was stuck in there. Luckily I had a spare as well, so I could lock it, but now I was able to get the key out. Let me show you how that works. So basically, something when you step on the brake, as I was mentioning earlier, you should hear some sort of unlock mechanism that allows this to go into reverse. And as you can see in the dash in here, let me focus, hopefully you can see it. It's kind of hard. Anyways, you can shift through the gears and it does move forward, no problem, but it's stuck. It goes up to neutral, and that's about as far as I can go. And let me see if I can refocus over here. This little mechanism right down here, when you move it over, it should make contact and allow this to go past where it's stuck right now. So something's not letting it go past. Now for the key being stuck, all I have to do is, you can hear it clicking. I just have to tap that in and I can get the key out, which at least that part is nice. But I'm stuck here, and I've watched a couple of videos. The mechanism on some of these looked a little different than the one I have. They had a little cylinder, and all they had to do was kind of push it back in, similar to what I have down here. Hopefully it focuses in there, but similar to that in there, but this one's a little different than the videos I've watched. I feel like it should do something there. What I'm going to have to do is go get a test light. Mine broke. I'm going to get a test light and see if I'm getting electricity down there. I don't see this lighting up when I turn on the lights, so I'm guessing maybe something. I mean, all the fuses checked out okay, but it could be something where it's not getting power down there. So I'm going to put this down, go get a test light, and continue to search, see where the problem might be. Well guys, I went out, got the test light, tested everything. There is power going to this module down here. I was able to, after cleaning some of it around, I was able to get it into reverse, which is great. Reverse works, forward works, all the gears work. I just cannot get into parking for whatever reason. I've looked at the mechanism. I'm gonna have to get it on the quick jacks. I don't have time today, unfortunately, to do that, but I'm gonna put it on the quick jacks, get underneath, and see if there's something physically blocking it, because everything else here checks out. The only thing that I can think of is inside of this box, and if I point to it real quick, I don't know what you call this box here, the shifter box or whatever. I couldn't get it all the way because you have to disconnect it from underneath, but I used my little scope cam and looked around in there for as much as I can see, because it is kind of hard to see in there. Even with the scope cam, there's just not a lot to look at. There is a yellow piece of plastic that looks like maybe it broke off. I'm guessing that has something to do with when you slide it over here and into reverse, this should push on something in there from what I can tell, and perhaps go into gear, because everything else is getting power. When I click on this, it does work to unlock the key, but it's either this module here, which I'm guessing it's like a safety reverse lockout. I'm not sure what that's called, but something in there is preventing this from going into park in reverse. You kind of have to jam it in there, and it looks like the previous person forced it really hard because it's almost broken down there, so I'm trying to be careful with it. All the other gears work, reverse works, it does back up, it does go forward. It's just something there. All the fuses are okay, it is getting power. So like I said, the only thing I've got left is to put it up on the jack, see if there's something bent or broken, perhaps when the cargo rear-ended, which I think is what happened to it, although there's not a lot of damage back there other than that little bump on the bumper. I'm not sure what else to try, but would love to get some feedback from you guys, Subi experts. I've checked on the forums, like I said, in a couple of videos that I found on here. I just haven't been able to find anything concrete. So that's all I can check for today. I do have to run out and do a couple of errands, but I'm hoping one of you guys in the comments can let me know, because all the videos are incomplete that I have found out there. It's just kind of showing you a slightly different mechanism, that lockout mechanism, than what I have on this 2005 Subaru WRX. Hopefully it's not too windy, and wind noise is not too bad on there. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Your feedback would be really helpful. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you soon.